some fun facts about finding your purpose. I'm just going to go over a few of these. Some of the content that I use about purpose is a little more serious than, maybe that needs to be, because it's like, oh my gosh, you need to find your purpose. And it is valuable to find your purpose. And I also wanted to give you some fun facts about finding your purpose, the value of it, how you can do it, how it might be supportive. Because one thing that I am learning, especially in 2025, with everything that's going on, there's a lot of people losing their jobs. There's people who are retiring, like me. There are people who are in empty nest. There are people who are going through a divorce. There are people who maybe they had just had kids. I'm trying to get this light just right. So all of us are at different points and at different stages in our life. And so sometimes it helps, I have found, to know what your purpose is. And so especially if you have gone through something that is a transition for you, you are going through a hard time, finding a purpose and the problem that you were created to solve can be very, very supportive in that. So let's talk about number one. So here's some fun facts about finding your purpose. Your childhood could hold clues. The things that you loved as a kid often point you to your purpose. I cannot tell you the number of times that my clients have connected with something that they loved as a child. The same thing happened with me, because a lot of times as children we are so carefree, we are so open, we are open to find new things and try new things. And a lot of times as we get older and become adults, we don't play as much as we played as children. And so when you are thinking about your purpose, going back and remembering what you enjoyed doing as a child may be a part of your roadmap. That is also why in my one on one and workshops, we do something called a calling quilt, where you literally have the opportunity to go back and put the pieces and the parts of your childhood, young adult, adult. You get to put all those pieces together, and those pieces help you figure out what your purpose is. Your childhood and the things that you loved as a child really does can hold the key to what your purpose is and what your passion is. So for me, I'll use myself as an example, as I have plenty of times before. Miss Walton, my kindergarten teacher, Miss Walton, was one of the people who changed my life. I went to kindergarten, and in Miss Walton's class, she had this huge, enormous. It looked like a life size dollhouse. I don't know if it was because I was this little, but it looked like a life-size dollhouse. And when I tell you, I loved everything about Miss Walton's class. And so she is one of the people who I hold dearest to my heart, along with a whole host of other teachers. And I have taken a lot of classes. So teachers have really played a big part in my life, in what I value. And so that is why I talk and teach today. The same might be true for you once you start remembering and recalling some of the things that you love to do in your childhood. So that's number one. I'm going through some fun facts about finding your purpose. Number two, you can have more than one purpose. purpose evolves and you can have multiple purposes throughout your life. So let me give you another example. Um, so I have had a plethora of passions and purposes throughout my life. I've written books. I also have taught. I used to have a candle company. I used to have a paint and sip. So there were a lot of different things, a lot of different ways that my creativity came out. So one of the books was, two of the books were about going green, saving the environment, Tenaciously Green, and then Mind Your Green Business was another one. And I also did a book about prosperity. That's more of kind of like a work book. So I've had a lot of different passions and purposes throughout my life, and all of them have revolved around teaching and creativity. And sometimes both, like in the brick and mortar business that I had. So your purpose through life can evolve as you evolve. Just be open and curious about how that is showing up for you. Number three, these are fun facts about finding your purpose. Your purpose doesn't have to be your job. It can be a hobby, a passion project, or a way of serving others. I'll use myself as another example. So in a couple of months, I am about to retire from a place that I have worked at for 30 years. And listen, I know I can't believe it. And throughout that time, I have always had what you can call it a hobby, a side hustle, a passion project. I've always had that. One of the first passion projects that I've had was a soy candle company. So that's how it starts. So just because your job can pay for your passion. Your job can help you discover your passion, put your passion into a way or a way that you can sell your passion. And so, because we still got to pay the bills, we still got to have food, and eggs are $18 a carton. So for some people, working a job and also working in their passion, that is just how it works. That's how it worked for me for many years. So number four, these are fun facts about finding your purpose. You may already be living your purpose. Hadn't thought about that, have you? Sometimes you're so close to it that you don't even realize it. So think about that. Are you serving other people? Are you solving problems for other people? Are you really happy and peaceful and prosperous in something that you are already doing? You may already be living your purpose. You may already be doing something that you're passionate about, and you just did not connect that or tie that to being your purpose. Number five, these are fun facts about finding your purpose. It's never too late. It's never too late. Some people discover their purpose in their 60s, their 70s, their 80s. Probably one of the most popular examples is Colonel Sanders. I think he found the perfect recipe for chicken. For some reason, I don't think he was 72. Maybe he was in his 60s. But that is when he you know, found KFC. I think Mary Kay was older. So it's your purpose is not necessarily tied to your age. So keep that in mind. Don't think that you're too old or think that you are too young. I can remember this was years ago, maybe 10 years ago, maybe. There was a young child who used to wear bow ties all the time. This was when I want to say this is when the Steve Harvey show was like out and really popular. And I would guess, if I had to guess this little boy's age, I would say he was maybe 9 or 10. But his parents helped him develop this bow tie brand that really connected with people. And so it doesn't, your purpose doesn't have anything to do with your age. You can live out your purpose at 9 or 90, maybe a little bit difficult at 90, but you get the point. And so it's just really important to understand that you can literally start your purpose, be in your purpose, cultivate your purpose at any age. So I am going to cut it off right now. I've given you 5 fun facts about finding your purpose. And in case you're wondering, I can help you find yours.